Yorke Peninsula is a beautiful area of Australia, not often visited by people from other states. It is just across the water from Adelaide and is flat country covered in huge barley crops and various other grains. The towns are small, old, but well maintained. A lot of the buildings were built in the 1870s after copper was found on the peninsula.
This bird. Why they got so many windmills? Belly.
We drove to Edithburgh, about 250 kilometres from Adelaide, where we stayed for 3 nights, before we drove the 150 kilometres to Munter Bay for the next 3 nights. With our numbers, we had booked all rooms in both motels. 36 people were on the ride, and we met up at Glenelg in Adelaide for 2 nights prior to driving to Edithburgh. We had 2 rides in Glenelg, both to the north and the south, along coastal roads and bike paths. Beautiful rides. The main connecting roads between the towns are flat, quiet and great for cycling. On our first full day in Adelaide, it was 40 degrees plus, and there were serious fires in the barley crops between Edithburgh and Yorktown. However, after that day, the weather was beautiful for riding, with fine weather and a maximum of about 22 to 23 degrees each day.
Just out of Yorktown, heading for Port Macquarie.
Today's ride for half the group was to Port Macquarie and return, about 60 kilometres. Port Macquarie is a quiet holiday place beside the sea. The other large group did a 90-kilometre trip out through Yorke and Hardwick Bay and back to Edithburgh via Yorktown. Some of the others did a Yorktown return trip of only 32 k's.
Which way are we going, Brett?
Right.
Road ride is the wolf road.
Wind behind us at the moment, which is nice. It's supposed to be all barley. I thought it was wheat, but it's apparently all barley. We can ride bikes, but this is what we do best. Except for that cranky old face over there.
Cranky old bud.
I asked him his age before.
Next day's ride was up the coast, past the grain port of Port Giles and then onto the beautiful Stansbury and back via Yorktown to Edithburgh, again about 60 kilometres, with most of the group doing shorter rides.
We're beating ya!
Our recent format of these rides is staying at fixed locations. This allows cyclists to ride the distances they are comfortable with. And this is the reason why a lot more people want to come on these trips. And they are welcome.
Got the camera. How you going, Greg?
Marion Bay and Innes National Park lay at the toe of the Yorke Peninsula, a beautiful national park along the coastline and looking out towards Kangaroo Island. Marion Bay is a really beautiful little town with a great pub with top class meals and a good place to stay if you're doing a trip down this way. The coastline along here is spectacular, but was an area of many shipwrecks with the winds blowing from the south pushing the sailing boats onto the rugged coastline. In the evenings our small group of troubadours would play for us while we waited for our great evening meals at the Munta Bay Motel. It's quite noticeable, we'll be in the movie. On the last day after the morning's ride, we hired a bus to take most of us out to Clare, about 130 kilometres away, for a late lunch at the Skilligalee Winery. Great afternoon, relaxing drive in the bus, seeing this beautiful countryside.
She is great. I'm drinking cheers.
What's wrong with you? Thank you.
Yes, thank you.
In summary, I was very happy with how the trip went, with such a large group of our friends from northern New South Wales and southeast Queensland who often do trips together. We also had guests from Melbourne, Bunbury, Western Australia and Wagga, New South Wales. Thanks to John Neckerville and Jerry Wyman for helping recce the area on a great trip to the region in November 2018.